Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TRG Central. Today we'll be finishing up the races for the February weeks 8 and 9. As you remember, we ran over an hour for episode 2, and I decided to just stop there. That was coverage of week 6 and 7. And we'll continue the coverage with episode 2B for weeks 8 and 9. There isn't any prep work to do. We'll just go ahead and get right into the races and finish up the weeks 8 and 9. Now let's go ahead and get to the schedule. We'll take a look about the qualifiers once we finish the schedule for February. So next up is week 8. We have the Rachel Alexandria Stakes and the Risen Star Stakes, which 2 division races, then the finals. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the field. And again, this is the first prep race that'll score points for the fillies to get to the Kentucky Oaks. And here's the field. Okay, go on to the Risen Star Stakes. This is Division 1 race. There's 7 horses in it. Go to Division 2. There's also 7, so that means there will only be 10 horses in the finals, which does that there will be 4 that will not make the cut. So these 2 races should be fairly competitive because of that. And then, of course, we have the final Risen Star Stakes. So we'll go ahead. Everything's locked in place. We're good to go. There's the Rachel Alexander. It's 1.5 furlong. It's a grade 2 race, and the winner will pick up 50 points. And let's see, anything else? Let me run a TRG down, $300,000 purse. There's the odds. The odds, well, Pretty Achievers looks like it's the odds-on favorite. Miracle might have an outside chance, but the rest of the field is looking like they're going for victory points for 3rd and 4th. Okay, yeah, the Alexandria Stakes, 1/116 miles at 8.5 furlongs. 3-year-old filly for 300,000, running the race at TRG Downs on a fast track. Okay, here's the hunting field, and just do the regular. We're gonna drop down to 5. I might actually change that on the advanced options screen. Anyway, here's your field. Bahab, Who's Their Filly, Knock Your Socks Off, Chop Chop, Pretty Mischievous, and Miracle. Well, how about that? That was a miracle that I was able to pronounce all the horses, I think, correctly. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and get to the Stewart's Tower and see if they're ready to start this race. All the horses are in the starting gate, and they're off. Into the first 10, we have Chop Chop in the lead, and the back stretch is still Chop Chop by a very wide margin. Knock Your Socks Off is second. We're on the home stretch, and it looks like it's Chop Chop with the win. And there you go, the Chop Chop with the win. Knock Your Socks Off second. Pretty Mischievous third, and Valra is fourth. Chop Chop will get 50 points on to the Kentucky Oaks. Okay, next up is the Rising Star Division 1 race. remember, only 10 horses out of the 2 division races will make the cut. The other 4 will go back to the stables. Hey, this is Rising Stars Division 1. First is just 20,000. Remember, no Kentucky Derby points with the division and heat races. This is the 9 furlong race. And we'll be running this one at TRG down also. Here's the morning line. Looks like a fairly even race, although Thunder looks like to be the favorite along with Victory Formation. Alright, we'll go over the field. Have Quiet as Midnight, Shag Diesel, Harrow Cup, Sun Thunder, Curly Jack, Silver Heist, and Victory Formation. Hey, let's go to the Stewart. Well, let's do this and drop this down to 5. And now go to the Stewart Tower. They announced that all the horses are in the starting gate ready to go. Oh, and they're off. Okay, heading into the first turn, looks like it's Shaq Diesel, and then Victory Formation is now in the lead, followed by Hollow Cap, and Hollow Cap has just passed him in the far turn. And we do have a little stoppage, and as you remember from one of the previous episodes, that whenever the movement, our auto jockey has at least 3 movement points, 4 movement points left over, it'll ask us whether or not we want to go in the manual mode. And we do. So that's course 1. He's right there. We'll do the undo to put him back where he was. He does have 12 points, so let's see how we're going to do this. There's no jockey points, but only 1 sideways. Sideways is not enough. He's kind of blocked here, so he can't go out until he gets to the turn, which will cost 2 points. So we'll go ahead jump there. Not sure this is going to give you much advantage at all, but we'll swap that. One to go to the outside, and then one right into a brown space, toss and one to get out, and one to get into the other one that uses them up. If he would stay behind here with the drafting rules, he would pick up 2 extra points for next turn, so we're going to undo it. And we'll just let him stay right there behind him, and he'll only end up using 1 point, as he'll get 2 extra for the next turn. So let's go ahead and continue spectator mode with Jack Diesel. And we're now in the home stretch, and it looks like Power Up is going to win. Yes, it's Hollow Cap first, Victory Formation second, Shaq Diesel third, and Thunder fourth. And you see there's quite a few horses spinning at the 150 mark. We'll see how the second race winds up to see how many of these horses will make the cut. Go ahead and get into the second race of the Risen Star Stakes. Same conditions as the first one. Here it looks like most of the long shots are in the Division 2 with, looks like this is going to be a 2-horse race with Angel Empire and 2 fills. Let's go to the TRG Downs. And check the Stewart Tower. Everything looks good. All the horses are in the starting gate, and we're off. Out of the gate first was Pirate Creed. Leading right now is Tappett's Clutch, Pirate Creed. Angel Empire is now taking the lead, and it looks like then it goes to a win, then it may close for a second, and there's a couple stragglers that may or not be able to reach the cut. Okay, we have Angel Empire, Private Creed, Tippet's Conquest, Two Fields, Fourth, Determinedly Single Ruler, and Cooper. So, we know that there was 50, so single ruler is already out. And Cooper, because they're both 151. So we have two 150s here. We'll check the other four 150s to see which four make it and which two miss the cut. So we'll take a quick look at the results. And we have a 150 will make it. And we have two 150.4 and a 150.6. Take a look at the other race. Oops. So the other one has 150.6. So we have 150.6. Two of them, and here we have 150.6. So we have three. The 150.4 both make it. So we have three that we have to determine. So here, what I do is I go into the results. Let's see if we can view it through the file viewer. You do this through the game logs. Looks like it might be easier just to take a look at the logs to get the right numbers. Game log. So we have 112, 111. Open up the timing for 112, timing for 111. Now, if you go down to the bottom, you see these numbers here, and these are actually the numbers that the game uses to the tiebreakers. So we have Silver Heist. And Silver Heist is 150.6, which translated in 0832144. Now we go over to the other one, and we get those ones that all had to 150.6, and that's two fills and determinedly. Two fills in 08 for 056, and then Taffy's, let's see, determinedly in 08 32 244. So then we take the two highest. It looks like Heist and Silver Heist is out. Two fills and determinedly make it because two fills is 0841, that's the higher. And determinedly and Silver Heist both have 0832, but then you get down to the next one, number 2 would allow determining it to qualify. And these would have been these would have been the races here. 11, you should have seen it right here. The problem here is you have to know what the race ID is, and this here is a unique number that tells you what the race number is over the course of all the races that were on the day of this. So, anyway, there you see what we were looking at for the first race, and then the second race, the same thing. Come down here, and there's the numbers that you need to do the tiebreakers. And of course, you can also do the parameters. You come back out and do a board's file viewer. You can even see the parameters. So there's the parameter options, so you can read them within the game, and then the parameters themselves on what the game is using at the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to the schedule. And we'll add the field. We need 4. Let's see, solar height is 1 at 150. And then over here, we actually need 3. So triplet, single rider, and determinately. So determinately does not make it 2 because we need 4. 2 fields is the only one out of the 150.6 time that made the cut. So those are your 4 that did not. So let's go ahead and add the field. Okay, now I'm going to the official race chart, and we'll go over the real life post position. So Quiet at Midnight is in post position 1. Post position 2 is Silver Roller, and that's one that's out, so we'll go to post position 3. That's Shack Diesel. Post position Real Life 4 was Determinate, so he's out. 5th was Hollow Cap, so he's in post position 3 in our finals. Post position 4 is gonna be Angel of Empire. He was 6th in real. Post position 6th in real life. Okay, after Angel is Sun Thunder. Post position 6. Tappet Conquest. 9 is Curly Jack, which will slot in at 7 in our race. Slotting in 8 will be 2 fills. Slotting number 9. Silver Heights, and that's Another one didn't make the cut. Let's go to the next one. Cupid, Cupid didn't make the cut either. So we'll go to victory formation. We'll go on to our number 9 slot, and then number 10 would be Private Creed. Okay, so this here everybody carries 122, and let's see if we have the Angel Empire has CNS, so CNS, Sun Thunder has Brian, Brian Hernandez Jr., Sun Thunder, Two Fields, that's the correct jockey, Loveberry, Tapage Quest, Florence Woods, Rider, Hollow Cap, Johnny Miguez, Curly Jack, Edgar Morales, Victory Formation, Flavor of the Plot, Shaq Diesel, and it should be Adam Ventura. Shaq Diesel. Private Creed is Tony Raffaele. I'm sorry, Tyler Raffaele, which is right. Lion is Midnight, and Emmanuel Neves. And then determine it. So there's the field with the jockeys, like everybody's carrying 122, so we'll save it and we'll be able to run this one. Lock and quit. Looks like that's right. Brian Cox has 3 horses in this race. Huh. Okay, this $400,000 race. A winner gets 50 Kentucky Derby points if we're moving into more challenging races. And this is grade 2 for 9 furlong. We'll be running at a TRG Downs. Go ahead and get the race up. You run on a fast track. We have quite a few 99 to 1s. Angel Empire looks like an odds-on favorite. Two Phils in second. And then everybody is a distant third. So we'll see who gets those third and fourth place votes. Victory points. Head over to TRG Down. Slow down the race even a little lower to be able to see the race develop. And we have Angel Empire is in the 4th slot. I guess we ought to just go ahead over the field. As Quiet as Midnight, Shaq Diesel, Hollow Cap, Angel Empire, Sun Thunder, Tapage Quest, Early Jack, Two Fields, Victory Formation, and Private Creed. Okay, let's go to the Stewart Tower here. We're all ready. All the horses are in the running gate ready to go, and we're off. And out of the gate we have Shaq Diesel with the lead going into the first turn. Victory Formation is just past Shaq Diesel in the back stretch, and now it's Angel Empire taking control in the race. and two fields has some extra movement, so we'll go ahead and here's the move. He has 12 points. He has no extra jockey points, so he's kind of stuck. He'll have to go outside to do it, to use all of his points. And he did pass these couple horses here. Not sure if that really helped to turn a lot, but anyway, that's the way it is. Let's get back into the race. And it looks like it's going to be Angel Empire. It's going to be very close for second, third, and fourth. Looks like it's Pirate Creed, Holocap Field. Let's see what the race results are. Is Angel Empire, Pirate Creed, Holocap, and two fields all get the Kentucky Derby victory points for this race. Even though Jack Diesel was about the same time, 150 and 1/5. Again, we would look at the with the timings text file, and well, should be the timing log, and see how the game determined who won that particular tiebreaker, or what I call photo finish. Okay, so that's it from TRG down. We go into the next set of races for week 9. Anyway, looks like we have another 2 original races, and then we have our Black Moon special. Oh, take a look at the Rumble Stakes. There are 6 horses there. Division 2, 5 horses, so there's just only 1 horse that won't make the cut. And we'll take a look at the Black Moon Special. Again, these are the horses that had no entries in any of the prep races, giving them a chance to run. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on to the races. This is the Rebel Stakes, Division 1, 3-year-olds, 8.5 furlongs, grade 2. Of course, no Kentucky Derby points are awarded for the Division 1, 2, and heat races. Okay, so there's your odds. We have 3 horses that seem to be very close. And we have a couple horses like Giant Mitchell and Fox's Departure that could be on the edge of the of the cut. So go ahead and get to the race. Feet leg down to 5. And let's go to the field. Verifying 1, red 1, 2, Giant Mischief, and Confidence Game, Event Detail, and Fox's Departure. Okay. Go ahead and check the Stewart Tower. They shift to go, and they're up. And going into the turn, this Confidence Game in the lead, building a pretty good lead in the back stretch. Still has the lead going into the finals, and it looks like he won the race. Confidence Game first, Red 1, second, Fox's Departure third, and Verifying fourth. Then now we'll see if Giant Mischief can avoid the cut. He is at 145.6. Okay, let's go into the second race. Same race conditions as the first race. And we have 5 horses, so the lower horses come in last. We'll go again, need to break 145.6 to make the cut. And this race looks like it's a much closer type race than the first. So let's go ahead and get to the TRG down, Powerful 1, Gun Pilot 2, Reincarnate 3, Talladega 4, and Foreman Badge Post Position 5. So let's pump the 2 feet regular down a little bit. We go to the Stewart Tower, and looks like they're all set, and they're off. Going into the first turn, it looks like it's Bourbon Badge with the lead, and then Reincarnate takes the lead of the back stretch and the home stretch, and it looks like it's Reincarnate. And something occurred to Talladega, and he is limping off of the racetrack. So it looks like Talladega is going to be the one that does not continue on. He missed the cut because he did not finish. But everybody else, Reincarnate, Bourbon Badge, Gun Pilot, and Powerful, all advance to the main event. Okay. Let's go ahead and add the field. And that's to the Rumble Stakes. Okay, so everybody made it up for Talladega, so real life post position is verifying course. So you're verifying its floor. And its weight is 19, verify, carrying 122. Okay, next, post pitch 2 is Powerful. I think it's Cecilia. And carry 117. This is a handicap race. 3 is Red Route 1. Jockey is Tristan Torres. And he's carrying 117. Fourth position is Gun Pilot. That's right. He's carrying 122. Position 5 is Giant Mitchell. Ridden by Ira Ortiz. Carrying 117. Next up, 6 is Reincarnate. Down the stairs. John the stairs. And Reincarnate carrying 122. Next is Confidence Game. Position 7, James Graham at 119. Post 8, Talladega, and that's the one that not makes the cut. We go to 9 is Event Detail. Okay, I have to take a quick little break and I'll be right back, so just hold on. Hello. Hi. Nothing new. Nothing new on your side? Okay. Well, we're gonna go Thursday because I'm gonna be on that side of town when go out and drive up. I thought the walk was about, yeah, gotta go over one thousand wide is one off. Well, sorry for that little delay. Let's see, we need post position 9, which will be Foreman Bash. Let's make sure event detail has the right jockey. Yep. Geraldo Wallace. Foreman Bash has Michael. The event detail has 117. Need to change that. And Foreman Bash and 117. Make sure confidence scheme is right. It is. So the last horse up is Foxton Departure in post position 10. And Fox Departure has the right jockey, Francisco, and the Fox is going at 117. Okay, just to go refresh you about the handicapping, remember that the weight that shows up when you initially put the horse in the field is the carrying weight that's on his card. That over the course of his races, that was the average carrying weight that came that the horse managed to be in the money. So you see some of those were relatively different, and like the departure I think was 113. He has to carry 117 in this race, 4 pounds over what he does, and normally when that happens, there's a chance that the his, his numbers may go down 1 or 2 times during the race. Let's go ahead and save the field. And get back to the schedule. Lock it down and take a quick look at the field. Now, here, wow, look at Steven Osmondson has 3 horses. And Lickett has 1. Stafford has 1, and Brad Cox has 2. Some of the main trainers in the 2023 season. Okay, let's go back to the schedule. Let's go ahead and run the schedule. Okay, this one is the rumble station right at TRG down, but it seemed to be a floppy track. Don't know how much that's going to deter some of these horses. You can see there's quite a few horses that have 99 to 1, and looks like we have Confidence Game as the favorite, along with Verifying and Red Route 1. So, I guess we just may as well get over to TRG Downs and get this race started. Okay, get the regulator down so we can kind of watch the race as it progresses, and we'll go over the field real quick, verifying position 1, Powerful 2, Red Route 1, Gun Pilot, Giant Midship, Reincarnate, Confidence Game, Event Detail, Foreman Badge, and Frosted Departure. Okay, check the Stewart Tower. Make sure all the horses are in the starting gate, and it looks like we're good to go. And going into the first turn, it looks like Verifying with the lead. And Berman Badge has 4 movement points left, so we'll go ahead and we'll manually enter him. He has no jockey, so it's kind of hard to what he's actually going to do here. And he's already in the turn, so it's going to cost him 2 sideways. So let's get him all the way to here. And we do a forward sideways. That only allows him to go 1. He's got to do another one. And he can't do that because he then goes in front of him. It looks like we need to do the undo and just have you stay right behind too. So he essentially lost 4 movements because of the situation right there. Probably could cost him the race. So we'll go ahead and resume the race, get the rest of the horses moving. And we're in the back stretch and Verifying he still has a lead, but Powerful just passed him into the back stretch. And we're into the home stretch in 1. Verifying takes the lead back and looks like wins the race. Horse 7, Confidence Game, did not finish. They had to walk off the racetrack due to something. Hey, if you want to know what happened in the Confidence Game, the Confidence, then you'll see as he's in the 10th position. That was probably James turn 2 or 3. Confidence was there. There we go. He is injured his ankle, pulled off for 3 months. So you were actually keeping track of that. He would not be able to. This is in February, March, April, May. He would be out sometime around the Kentucky Derby or Preakness. That's it. Remember, you have the top 4 finishers. If I remember right, this race is 50, 20, 10, and 4. As far as points are concerned. Okay, that ends all of the prep races. We will go ahead and do our Black Moon Special, Black type race. Again, this is no Kentucky Derby points, $600,000. The race that we're running at Thistle Down. And remember, Thistle Down has a pretty interesting course. Looks like this is a fairly, could be a pretty interesting race to wager on. And again, Thistle Down has the special distraction there in the back stretch. Up and down to 5, just to Had to watch the race develop. And we have 1 General Jim, post 2 Flying Connection, and Reckoning Force, and Leave No Trace, Let's Fall Temps, and Florida Sombra. Okay, remember this race here I think has 4 fillies, so it's more of a fillies oriented race, see what happens. And actually it says all the horses are in the starting gate and they're set to go. And if we get into the back stretches, Flying Colors, Reckoning Force has 7 movement left. Wow, something happened to him. Go ahead and resume. Oh, wait, let's try something here. And we need to. Not sure why the auto didn't care to do that for him, but we'll do it. And spectator mode's going. And Flying Connection looks like it has an issue as he did not finish there. Flying Connection did not finish. So, anyway, at the Black Moon Special, we have Leave No Trace, General Jim, Let's Fall Attempt, and Reckoning Force. Top 4. Leave No Trace managed to pull in 36 style. Okay, so that's it from Thistle Down. And we have now finally finished the February flight of the road to the Triple Crown. So let's go to the Kentucky Derby qualifiers and we'll refresh the list. And we have Angel Empire now raced 3 races, picked up 60 points with 3 wins. Verifying 2nd, Chop Chop 3rd, Two Fields 4th, Thunder, and Giant Midship, Prairie Hawk, Lord Miles, Hit Show, look at all these 20s. And then we're down in the back 10, Winchester, Private Creed, Knock Off Your Sock, and you can see the run. Now, in order to figure out which horses were the fillies, we would have to go to the view report horses, the rosters and stats, and we go to the stats. And right now they're in alphabetical, so you come down to the filter, and we'll just do 3-year-olds, which of course are all 3, and then the fillies, do the refresh, and then you click on winnings. It'll give you a pretty good idea on who is in the running for the Kentucky Oaks. And we'll probably have 10 horses running that, so everybody has won some money. And you see there's still quite a few of horses that have not raced yet. You see it tells you when the last race was. Now Chop Chop with 1 start in the win. Leave No Trace has a start in the win. There you have it for the fillies. So looks like only Chop Chop is the only filly in the top 10 so far. So anyway, That's the road to the Triple Crown. That's all the races up through February. Episode 3 will be the March races. Hopefully we can get them under an hour so we won't have to split the episode into 2 episodes. So anyway, this is Gary signing off from TRG Central. See you next time. Goodbye.